The New York Knicks go into Indiana and get a huge win, and it was the two guys that got benched in game 2, and Cat and Josh Hart, that really led them to this win. Now, I usually take more time to make videos about games that happen, but this is just pure reaction, pure emotion, pure fandom of the game, and that was amazing to watch. That was amazing to watch Cat do what Cat did, save their season, and Cat takes some crazy shots, but that's who he is. Like, he can make these shots. We've seen it throughout his career. So while he's taking that step back three over Miles Turner from 30 feet away, is it absurd? Absolutely. But we now have a 10-year sample size of Cat doing this in his career, and we've seen Cat a lot more on the ball with Jalen Brunson missing time. And when you look at their other options, yeah, Cat on the ball could look very awkward at times, but when you got Tony Bradley on him, even when he has Pascal Siakam on him, he even took Miles Turner off the dribble. Why not let Cat handle the ball a little bit more? Is he going to turn it over sometimes? Sure. But when you look at their other offensive creation, it's really lacking. So Cat taking a 7-footer off the dribble from 30 feet when they have to guard him out there, to me, is not that bad of an option, especially when Jalen Brunson was out of this game. Josh Hart started this game out terribly. He really did, but in the fourth quarter, he got those key boards that Josh Hart always gets. At the end of the first half, he had a post-up bucket where he scored, which was kind of a bad possession, but that stood out to me as they were trying to, make a comeback, and they cut it down to 13 at halftime. And the reason why I don't feel great about this win, well, I feel great about the win because they won a game, right? And now the series is at least going 5, but the reason I wouldn't feel too great if I was a Knicks fan, and don't mind me, right, relish in this moment, an amazing win, right? But we all seen what happened in this game. Their defense turned around, no coincidence, when Jalen Brunson went out with foul trouble. So much so that Tibbs didn't even want to bring Brunson back until he had to because it was a tie game. And, luckily he did that because they needed Brunson to get at least that one bucket he got. But I think Tibbs seen what everybody else seen. They became a much more, flying all over the court, no one to pick on when Brunson went out the game. And I know people are, picking at Cat's defense, but I think Cat is actually holding up. Where Cat gets in trouble sometimes is just lapses, right? And that happens. But Brunson is more physically, we are picking on you. And, Indiana is relentless in doing that more than other teams, right? I think Celtics fans would agree they should have went at Brunson more. But Tyrese Halliburton and Rick Carlisle are relentless going at Jalen Brunson. They're going at Josh Hart as well, just shooting over the top of him, which is why we keep seeing Josh Hart with the push fouls down low because he can't contest up top. So yeah, I just wanted to make a quick little video, quick reaction on the starting lineup change. I actually thought it worked out. Again, Josh Hart is small. Like, we know he plays big, but he's small. And you've seen just the size kind of overwhelm Indiana at the beginning of this game where Cat had some easy misses at the rim, but Mitchell Robinson got a putback. Cat had a dime to OG Anunoby early. He got fouled on it. Cat only ended up with 1 assist in this game. I don't think that's representative of his passing in this game. He did end up with 6 turnovers. Is what it is, kind of got to live with it. But I thought the starting lineup actually was, working. The 2 big lineup is working. It's, a lot more protection for Jalen Brunson out there. But when they go Josh Hart, Deuce McBride, Jalen Brunson, or DeLon Wright, or Shamet, who all played in this game, they're pretty small. And of course, I don't feel like I have to explain that I don't believe the Knicks are better without Jalen Brunson. But the Knicks can't win the way they won tonight with Jalen Brunson, right? Can they win in other ways? Sure. But the way they got it done tonight does not include Jalen Brunson playing 40 minutes. It just doesn't. Put it this way, do you believe the Knicks win this game if Brunson plays more? I actually don't. And that's not me, obviously Brunson is amazing, but they won this game on defense and Cat making some crazy shots. Brunson was the only New York Knicks player that was a minus in this game, a -6 in 31 minutes. And I don't think it's a coincidence that we're seeing the foul trouble because he's being hunted every single play, even more than Cat. I thought Mikal Bridges was like really, really bad in this game, but we could save all that for another day. And OG ends up with 16 points, very efficient, 6 for 9, and he hit some crazy tough shots. But overall, it's like, man, what, like the Knicks wings, can you guys do something off the dribble? Which is why Josh Hart has an outsized importance on his team offensively, because those wings can't create anything. So let someone like Towns create something, and you got to live with the results. So I'll go back and watch more of this game. I just wanted to give my quick initial reaction. Obviously, I'm happy for Towns. If you watched my last video, everyone wants to blame Towns for everything. I can imagine what people were saying online, you know, before the fourth quarter started about Towns in this game. And also, Cat did end this game kind of limping, so I hope he's okay. But most importantly, I'm happy this series is at least going to go 5. Let me know what you guys thought about this game in the comments down below. Please like, comment, subscribe. On the road to 10,000 subscribers, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm out. Peace.